Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live trading session. Today, NFT week. We have so many things on the table this weekend. As you saw previously, the market is not making them any easier, the job any easier. Um, I'll check what we can trade. I'll do some chart requests, and why not? Maybe we can take some trades. I was already looking at ES and Bitcoin if we reclaim. I'll make some trades updates and frame the markets from scratch with you. Yeah. Let's give it 1 minute or 2 minutes so everyone can have the time to jump up. My voice is echoing, maybe because I was having it on my Mac and the sound was hearing there, but now it should be fine. Let me know if the voice is still echoing, as it shouldn't. It should be fine now. Yeah, I checked it and everything is fine. No echo. Yeah, I observed it too. Okay, this is the top. We can see the big gap in the volume. We are already getting inside the value area range, which I was speaking about here. If you read my article, you know what it means. Area. Hello, 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 everyone. You know what it means. We'll make the analysis from scratch. I'll check what we have and what we can trade. Indeed, if we look from a downtrend perspective, we can observe that. I remember a lot of people were asking me why I'm shorting this area here. Well, I don't know, but had all the reasons of this key horizontal and downtrend channel here, and the same reason why I took this short here and I made about a 10R. Yeah. So in trading, it's not about what the market does, it's about what you do when you execute. And we'll look on the next trades, to put it like that, like the next market opportunities that we can see. We can have a bearish retest, yeah, but we need to play level by level and go with what we have. Okay, I think I gave enough time and we can start. I'm already playing around here. Okay, 100 people up. Guys, to get past this, don't forget to hit that like button. I don't want to stress out too much on this regard. And if you didn't manage, please go on Twitter and leave a like and a comment. You can say, I don't know, your voice is ugly, your live stream is shitty, whatever. It helps the algorithm. All right? And let's hop into it. Okay. Well, let's go on monthly. I'll hide the drawings that you can already see here. And let's go with the monthly. I think I already did some analysis here. Yeah. But I want to do it from scratch so you can understand what's going on. Well, let's go even 4 months. You can see 4 months, 12 months. We sit inside the 12 months FEG. If you remember when we were back at 120,000, I was the one that was actually saying the yearly FEG will be tapped and most likely will have a nice reaction. If you go on my Twitter and check 12 months Bitcoin, you will see this. Yeah, something like this. But my point is that price needs a deep discount retracement, meaning here on high time frame, to retest this demand. Now or I don't know, in a few months from now, I don't care when it will happen, but I do think it will happen. Yeah. If we go quarterly, you can see we have lots of confluence, 93,000. And here we have this key pivot low at 81,000, which I was looking for. It matters a lot on how weekly candles will work with this 80,600 level. Yeah, this one. It's insanely important key pivot level. As for the weekly time frame, there is one aspect which I'm following all the time religiously. I never counter trade a high time frame FEG. That's my thesis. And also you can see we have a flat bottom monthly candle here. So what that means? It means that I don't want to become bullish here in this area where in the past market proved that it has extreme demand, and after we dumped, most likely it will act like extreme supply. So however you put it, I cannot turn bullish here and start longing. If I want to do anything like that on a superior time frame, like monthly, I'll look for longs here, anything below 69,000, yeah, where we also have a deep discount area. So this is me. If we observe that last time when the market dumped quite aggressively, we had exactly the same pattern, the same fractal, which I was also highlighting in the Monday article, which I posted for subs. The fact that we had a monthly FEG, violation of the monthly FEG, and then dump, right? Usually the high time frame fair value gaps are pointing out clear resistance, uh, or in our case resistance, because we're speaking about a monthly bearish fair value gap. Hello, good morning everyone. Now, if we're looking a little bit at 2 weeks and 1 week time frame, you will see that there is a pretty aggressive area here of supply, which previously was a demand point. So if the price will tap 82,000, 82,300, I think it will be met. 1 second, let me get the DR out. I think it will be met with the pretty nasty rejection around here. So good, we have some context around it. All right. Indeed, 76,000. That's why you saw I'm mentioning about taking partials, taking profits at 77,000. That's an area of clear demand. Okay, let's see, what do we have? Well, honestly, I'm expecting this week to the downside to have a GAN 0.5 retest. This one here. Where you are? There you go. What the heck? Oh, okay. Sorry, my mistake. I put a time level and not. There you go. So that would roughly be at 77,000. That's one more key confluence. Also, we have equal lows inside the daily fair value gap untapped. So this is an area for longs, from my opinion, and in my books, let's put it like that. And then, yeah, I'm looking at this ascending channel, which you can observe that we are exactly at the top of it. So however you put it, based on my experience and the probabilities, I'm making profits more times when I'm trying to hunt shorts in this kind of environment and in the deep premium than trying to bid for longs. Because, for example, in this moment, all my timeline is just screaming higher and higher and higher. And something like this makes absolutely no sense for me. All right, because this is not how I'm basing my systems. This is not how I'm trading, and this is not how I'm generating profits. Yeah, this is, in my opinion, it's not sustainable and it's crap. But something like this, then that's a whole nother story, and it makes sense, right? So also here, if you go back on my timeline, you will see that on March, I was insanely bullish and I was hunting for lots of long positions. This is how trading should be looking, right? So based on that, um, it's not allowed from your side when you're trading to be subjective when it comes to TA and when it comes to the setup that you're taking and market. It's simply not allowed because it does make sense to be subjective in this matter. All right, so we have the daily FEG. We have the 0.5 of that daily candle week. We have this flat bottom at 76,000, which I mentioned about, and we have a bullish retest of this area. So we have plenty of reasonings to look for some long positions in this area. Also, if I'm going on a 4-hour time frame, I'll check out what I was looking at here. I was looking for this area of multiple confluences once again. You can see we are exactly fighting that area. We have a 4-hour. I'm looking for a Monday high sweep, honestly. I don't have yet a low time frame. I need also to check the order flow, but I'm in the live and quite hard because I have to open. Okay, but we have a 4-hour high deviation here already, and usually that's a very good sharpshooter kind of trade, something like this. If you are sharp enough, can be insanely rewarding. Yeah, you can see that's a 20R. Okay, let's go back on 12 hours, which I was discussing about. So for me to hunt longs, definitely I would look for something like this because I discussed about that. I discussed about that 0.5 week, and in my years of trading, a system is built around these key areas. Yeah, bidding actually deep discount and demand, and then you short deep premium. It doesn't make sense to make it otherwise. Let's take this one out. Come on, there you go. All right. So yeah, there it is. Lots of confluences here in the 76,000. Yeah, this one is a bit too steep, too rough. What I was also looking at, I saw that market respected really nicely this intermediate trend line here, and we had one bounce, second bounce, three bounces, and we are already on the other side of it. That's an intermediate one, not necessarily that the market will take into consideration, because as I repeat so many times, it's not up to us what market does. It's up to the market what market wants to do, right? So this is how the risk to reward shapes up and works, all right? You can have a really nice 10, 12R here, and for longs, because there's so many people saying, well, you could have just longed. Yeah, well, I did long. If you look at the trade which I posted on Bitcoin, 1 second, because I also highlighted it here. I posted a really nice long, which right now it's at about 10, 12R. 1 second here. Yeah, around here I posted a long, this one. And if you follow my trading style and how I'm doing, you will see that you want to keep a trade as much as you can until you go the other side of the trade, meaning that if you took a long, you don't want to just close it. You are milking the profits out of it slowly, but you're holding enough profits from it in order to cover for a potential short setup like we have here. If this one takes the stop loss, then you will cover with the nice winning position that you stacked all the way down. So trading, it's one of the most undervalued capacities of a person, trailing the profits. Okay, so, okay. Yeah, I'm looking for shorts here. That's me. I'm retarded. Sorry. I cannot help it. I'll also be looking for shorts around here at 82,500. I have plenty of confluences in this area. So if I'm getting like a big spike, like a big wick to the upside, and I see the market having really, really nice activity divergences, I'm looking to short this area here. Because the risk to reward, again, it's absolutely nasty. It's insanely good. All right. Longs. All right. Man, you're speaking only about shorts. Annoying, one would say. I think I'm looking for this area for quite a lot of time, because if you go on a high time frame, we have an untapped POC area, an MPOC. Well, basically, let's say that it was retested here, but for me, that's kind of insufficient. So I'm still looking for a retest here, and the confluences are there. Yeah. So if I'm looking for a trade for a long, it will be something like this. All right. All right. Let's say that I want to force it up a little bit. Previous week high, previous daily or money low. If I want to force the things a little bit, then I'll be looking for the GP. And but not even. And that would mean I'll have to force it even more and look for a 0.5, which I'm not a big fan of. But I would look for a low time frame 5 minutes trade here at the sweep of all these equal lows at Monday low. For something like this. We also have a nice key horizontal level. So as you can see, it's not that I'm not looking for longs. It's actually the fact that how I develop my system is not actually allowing me to hop in trades randomly. I know a lot of you, maybe even people here, a lot of people on Twitter, they are okay with taking a long randomly anywhere they see a pump. They don't have a stop loss, but a liquidation price, and they say, look at me and look at how nice is this trade. And they have like a liquidation price at 58,000. And that's what they call trading. And look at it, I have profits. Well, this is not trading, and this is not how trading is done consistently. Having a system that provides you a consistent advantage, like a 50% win rate, 53% win rate, gives you that advantage of taking some nice trades like this one. That's how trading is done, all right? This kind of things like that you see here, and I see a lot of my timeline make absolutely no sense, and that's trash, and you don't want to get used to trash. The good rule of thumb. From a swing trader, do you consider that Bitcoin LJ breakout valid? No, in my perspective, no, because we front run 61.8, Emmanuel Magda. And when usually front run 61.8, from my experience, that's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad result, right? And what I mean by that, let me show you. Yeah, we just front run 61.8 like 1,000 bucks. And if we look at how market, how the waves were created, you can see this is an impulsive, this is corrective, again impulsive, and then corrective again. But this is not an impulsive wave here that we spent so many more than 2 months, February, April, yeah, more than 2 months just correcting. That's another correction wave. And we can get something like this once again. Yeah, absolutely. And even if we look from our waves perspective, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are still not done yet. So that's why when I'm speaking about the fact that we front run 61.8 and it's not a good thing is mainly because once the price will go back there, it will not necessarily bounce as I was expecting from this pivot low SFP. And most likely it will seek some sort of deep discount area like what I'm showing here at 46,000. That's based off my experience. Now market does whatever market wants. It's not up to me or you what the market does from here. Okay. Damn it, I clicked something. Back at it. All right. So, yeah, all right. I'll leave this one also here and I'll try to look for a long if I get the opportunity. With an SFP reclaim, maybe a 5 minute setup, LJ, God knows. Let's see. TR is not ready. We need like 20 more minutes for hunting something on SMP. Well, I think I made my point and I explained my thesis. Yeah, exactly. Just test it on your screen and you will observe. If price, if price is front running a level, next time it comes to it, that specific level won't hold anymore. Just from my experience and what based on my observation. You can see this trade is at entry. We have a nice, where the heck it is? There you go. We have a nice short relow zone tap. I don't know, maybe if you're a sharpshooter, you would look for a 3-bar fractal, something like this. But that's a whole nother story. I mean, indeed, you can take this kind of trades and you can be profitable, but you need to, as I explained earlier, develop a system around this kind of trading and have a clear probability statistic that it has a chance to succeed. Otherwise, you're just gambling, and that's not healthy. So Bitcoin is covered. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum has the levels already drawn. I already discussed about this one. I think even on Twitter, but indeed I posted the subs article yesterday, and I covered my plans. I'd really like a short trade here. This one is kind of a safe stop loss, to put it like that, a 12 hours trade. But if I get either SFP of this one or this one at 78.6, then I would look for a short and a deviation. Then once again, the risk to reward can be quite nice for a retest of this area. Then if these two areas are failing, then most likely I'll focus on the main pivot high for a short setup. Now, longs, I don't know. When I see something like this, when I see something like this, when I see something like this, I know it won't hold. So that's why I won't be looking for a setup like classic one for continuation, because all this liquidity usually ends up being taken out. So maybe I will look for a long around here, these two levels which I highlighted. That would be something else, and indeed, I would take something like that. As for the main long, which I'm highlighting in this area, I like it, and I do think it can have a pretty nice probability of working out. Well, even the 1 minute trade seems like it's working out. Let's see if we get on the other side of the trend line. I didn't check the order flow. I think I have to open new screens or come on, guys, just 19 comments and 24 retweets, and we have about 150 people here. Oh, damn it. We have around 150 people here. Come on, please. I posted the link here. Just go, comment, link, and retweet. It helps a lot the algo. Like for real, you are the ones that actually make the difference on how the post is delivered, right? So we covered Ethereum and Bitcoin. I think I didn't cover the Ethereum on a high time frame. 1 second, I think I do have it somewhere around here. Ah, there you go. I have some analysis. If you remember when we were at 4,000, 4.3K, um, I showcase exactly this plan. So when we were here in September 2025, I showcased this plan and I made this one. And I said about the biggest confluence area at 78.6 fair value gap quarterly and yearly demand, and 75 GAN biggest confluence point. And there you go. Market stopped exactly here. I still have one here. Yeah. This chart and analysis is made a long time ago. Some of you might remember it. Yeah, we can say that indeed price is trying to create a bottom here, but still you can see the impulsive movements were there here for the bullish side. This is not impulsive. We have bearish impulsive corrective, bearish impulsive corrective, and it just follows up that pattern. Indeed, it can wake up and put a $1,000 candle. Yes, it can because it's Ethereum, but in the same time, I want to bet on that one too much? No, because the probability of that to happen is pretty low, and Bitcoin doesn't quite, Ethereum doesn't quite do that all the time. Well, we'll be lucky here. Too much redness. All right, let's get back to it. Not bad. It's going nicely. Okay. Well, that's why I'm here to explain and create context behind the reasoning of why I'm taking a trade. Because a lot of people are just trash throwing random, the price can do this or this. No shit. I mean, the price is here and it can do one of this too. Yeah, and also the price it's going to the right side all the time, like 99.999% of the time is going to the right side. That's not analysis. And I do think the space needs an update on it needs an update on how the quality and the content is delivered. Guys, from February, when I bought Ethereum, who remembers this chart here? I posted this idea and I said 1,787. It's the area to beat Ethereum. Yeah. Well, the old VIP and the old subscribers, they should know this area, the ones we are following. Now, indeed, we can follow a slow path here towards this descending channel and then reject once again. But there's a lot of path to clear out, and I don't know if it has the strength required exactly in May to do that. We'll see. Okay, that was a spot bidding more than anything else. Let's go to some. Let's go actually to caps. Total, or not big caps, how they are named. So, yeah, I'm already short. What I was looking at, so on total, it's a little bit, there is a divergence on the price action between total and Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that should be obvious. But be careful here because total it's tapping the monthly FEG just now. Ooh, all right. And on the top of that, if we go on a weekly basis, you can see that total didn't clear out the March 2024 range that I was discussing about. And actually, total is just sitting inside that 2024 range. So it also didn't clear out this pivot high of the swing low, which created another lower low. So basically, um, all right, we look at Bitcoin, we look at Ethereum, but if we look at total market cap, then we see that here it's pure supply, and there is a high probability that price will hit the ceiling area, and that will affect markets. And then people will say, well, that dump came from nowhere. If the market, okay, I'm playing probabilities and I don't quite care about anything else. If the market wants to be bullish, let's say, then I would look for a double down area and I would look for a 2.8 trillion area, a retest. Yeah, but still, the market can be in a real nice short opportunity around here. Let's go on total tree. As I explained, well, the previous bounces came right after the trend line. The price action actually went on the other side of the trend line. Indeed, yeah, we can observe. But what I would like to see is exactly like here. The price went on the other side of the trend line. We had a nice 3 days weekly W. We had the breakout and the retest. Okay, this is where I'm entering. And you will see it's crypto. It's not the new wonder working coin that healed the economy and cancer. No, it's not. So most likely if we'll get a rally, I have enough spot anyway to offload and take some partials maybe around here. And then I will reload back at the retest like we see here. So there are so many ways to skin a cat and not FOMO blindly, because what it can happen is actually you start bidding here, and instead of a nice breakout, you get a bearish AMD, and then you didn't have any spot to sell in the case it did this. But the worst thing scenario is that you actually bought a top that proved to be a manipulation. So it's really important the way that you are uh, executing your plans. Exactly the same thing I was pointing out on total 3ES. Yeah, last times when we had some sort of a breakout, you can see the price was on the other side of the trend line. But I mean, look at how much time it took here. Look at how much time, and we barely went out on the other side, and everyone is expecting for the price to go parabolic, but that's not how the market works. Let's go on others. This one has so much work to do. Oh my god, this one has so much work to do. something like this, maybe, and only maybe October, November, December this year we can witness something on others. Okay, let's go zoom back in. If you follow me closely, I spoke on others about some levels that I'm looking for. 194 billion has been tapped and we confirmed the big AMD. All right, this one can be invalidated, but for the moment it's not invalidated. For the moment we have a low risk sell area because if we flip the chart, you will see this is a perfect internal liquidity range and AMD setup. And actually this is the area where technically based on my setup, I'm actually beating. So thinking about this correlation, it's actually a shorting opportunity. And the invalidation, it's price accepting above this week high. That means that we can revisit this trend line retest at 200. 200 billion. I like to flip the chart. But until then, so until we get a proper breakout here, what follows, it's actually here. 78.6 sweep of all that liquidity, all that juicy liquidity inside 158 billion. And this is where I think I'll give altcoins a second chance and I'll start loading some shitcoins. I shouldn't name them altcoins because they are shitcoins, honestly. Well, shorts are going nicely, even the 1 minute one, even the 15 minutes one. I don't know. Anybody managed to take any short? All right. Let's go back to, okay. So I was speaking about the shit coins. I'll honestly never call any altcoin an altcoin again because all of them are shit coins. 4 more minutes for the DR IDR. We already have a nice 3-bar fractal triggering here. Man, this trade, yesterday I took this trade, who remembers? I said that I was front run, but then I led the entry there and look at it. Well, sometimes you're lucky, or I do think that you're making the luck yourself. And I think I have enough reasoning of taking here a short. We hit the sharp, we have a downtrend channel, and look at all that liquidity below. So I do think that I'll look for something like this. 5 minutes FEG. Does it give it? Will it give it that one? Quite some supply hitting. I'll also take this one. Okay. Okay. So what do we have? Oh my, don't ask me for take profit or stuff like that, please. This is not a signal or anything like that. It's not financial advice. It's what I'm doing. It's my own analysis and my own execution. You are responsible for what you're doing and how you are doing it. I'm not in your house to click or tap buttons for you. So no, don't do it. Let's go on Bitcoin dominance. And some people told me that I was stupid or crazy, but maybe this is how it works. But I can see exactly the same damn fractal like in 2021 playing out. And you'll say, well, fuck me, but if that's playing out, then altcoins will be going to zero. Well, that's why they are called shitcoins in one way or another, because most likely they will go to zero in one way or another. But let's, leaving the jokes aside, I'm expecting at least a sweep of this intermediate pivot high here at 66. I'm actually expecting Bitcoin dominance to tap 67. if you remember my previous analysis, and I've been blabbing away so much about this 57.4 area, who remembers? And I said, as long as we sit above 67, 57, damn, 57.4, then markets will most likely rally up and we'll have one more swing failure of the highs. And it seems like we are kind of getting it. Now let's go to USDC dominance and USDT dominance and finish off with this one. I'm looking for this tap here. Well, for the moment, definitely we can observe the fact that we are in a persisting downtrend channel and the price is just rejecting, yeah, each reclaim, each try to reclaim the range. But what I'm seeing here, it's actually a range game created by this upward upward candle, and the price is sitting inside the weekly fair value gap. And as you know me, and indeed I'm a stupid trader, I'm never counter trading a high time frame FEG. However you put it, I'm not counter trading a high time frame FEG. So this one can be like a slingshot anytime soon, and we can observe something like this anytime soon. It can react like a slingshot, mainly due to the fact that we have a very impulsive movement here, and this is mostly a corrective wave before another impulsive movement higher. And if we go on USDT dominance, we'll observe the same thing. Indeed, we have a weekly M top here confirming, but also what I see here is a bullish retest of this key horizontal area. And in the same manner, you can see the price has been failing to go below 2022 range, 2023 range multiple times. Only if I get a weekly candle, monthly candle close below 6.7, then I will declare, okay, it's bearish and we should go to $1 million for one Bitcoin, no? Or something like that. So I'm expecting a sweep of this multiple previous month low and the bounce. I know a lot of people are not agreeing, but that's the beauty of what century are we in? 21. That's the beauty of this century, because we can agree to disagree. We can live in harmony and disagree, and that's how intelligent people are communicating, by having the capacity to disagree and create ideas and generate ideas. So for me, there's still lots of liquidity to the upside. But I think I had a chart. What the heck I did? I deleted everything. Yeah, I deleted everything. Am I that stupid? Where is my USDT analysis? Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah. Is what it is. So, in my stupid trader opinion, there is a pretty high probability that we will bounce off this area here, or even earlier, because if we go on 4 hours time frame, we can see something interesting here. We have a intermediate bullish market structure shift created here. So there is a tiny little bit probability that if we are holding this pivot low, sorry, this pivot low, there is a pretty good probability for this area to have a range bound and maybe retest this resistance. And that will make my 1 minute short trade and 5 minutes short trade make me look like I'm a genius. No? While all this period I was just a stupid trader. Okay, I have a short on ES. Well, I'll live with the results. It gave me 10R yesterday here, so I'm okay taking few bullets and taking few losses. It's been insanely nice yesterday with me. Okay, let's speak about some trades. Again, once again, look at this trade. Oh my God, he's looking only for shorts. I know that you guys saw that trader, Stefan. He's so stupid. He's looking only for short ideas and he's getting busted all the time, but he's never looking for longs. I don't know how he does it. He's so bad at this. Well, seems like I was lucky with this long. It took profit, 11R. I actually framed it. I think I posted it publicly for everyone, but I'm sure that I explained the reasoning on Discord and on subscription. Now, I should be not stupid but retarded to look for a long here. Indeed, the price can invalidate my downtrend channel and look for a range game where we actually swing failure this pivot high, but that would only be a short opportunity in my books. That one, it's already played out, done and dusted, or how's the saying? Tau, my beloved Tau. Well, look at it. I don't know. Once again, I'm stupid. I'm looking for short ideas here. And for me, these equal lows, they don't look like they will hold. But what I know, because I'm just taking my setups and live with the results. But I think that this is a local top confirming right now on Tau. And I'm willing to take a stop loss here and then take another shot. You can see there's quite a good risk to reward, 12R and 13R. So I can be I can be wrong 8 times and I'll still make money with these trades. Come on, don't ask me those kind of questions. You can ask ChatGPT or any AI. It's like asking where can I get my clothes to washer or where I can find a restaurant. Come on. I don't like lazy people. Zek. Well, the stop loss that I'm taking comes from Zek. You can see the price is still riding the trend line, and I said the trigger only would come after the price. Here I had a Monday high. That was a different setup. I do think Monday high it was. Yeah, previous week high. That's another setup. This one is done and dusted. It's stop loss taken. But this one is not taken yet. And in the meaning that I didn't took the trade. I didn't took this trade because the price is not sitting on the other side of the trend line, and I have no reasoning yet to push the trigger on this one. So out from this one, I'm waiting on the other side of the trend line for that one. Bitcoin Cash, I posted this trade. I'm waiting for an entry. Swing failure of the equal lows, value area low, gap in the volume, blah, blah, blah. Nice trade. I'm waiting for an entry. Cheese. Look at this motherfucker. Someone asked me, well, man, you really enjoy trading these shitcoins? No, I really enjoy shorting them. That's a different story. I took a short here, risk-free. I took another short at the SFP of the highs here. I'm going to show you in 5 minutes. We had the perfect M top here, 15 minutes even. Picture perfect, smile, and I took the trade. And I'm still looking for this 7 to 1 risk to reward at the equal lows. If you think that the shitcoin is so strong that will front run 61.8, you're wrong. You're deeply wrong. The shitcoins usually dump to 0, not only to 61.8. Doge. I have a long from the lows. Who remembers? I posted a long here at the lows, this SFP, and I said that I'm loading up on Doge. But now I framed another one. I didn't have an entry. It is what it is. I'm not looking for another trade, honestly, here. I'm just letting it be. Fetch AI, be careful here at the value area high and top of this uptrend, downtrend channel. This motherfucker, man, it's just consolidating for months since February. Solana, I'm not interested. Litecoin, I'm not interested. Ethereum 5. I don't think I'm interested. I think I'll go on requests and take your requests, guys. This was the long which I posted on Doge, yeah. So I had a long posted on Doge at the SFP of this equal lows. I think this one should have been, yeah, should have been here. There you go. This was the long trade which I posted. So you can see, lucky again. This one was posted on Discord. I already spoke about Zen in previous posts. I have a spot long on Zen. Yeah, I'm waiting for a sell half on a double. It has the same pattern which we had previously, long gas consolidation Ws. I'm already long, take profit in 12 bucks, and that's it. Dash also, I have a long, who remembers this one? But these are high time frames one, they are on daily. They are daily trades, so they will take forever to move. Like Rose, for example. I have two spot bids here, and I'm still waiting for this one to get on the other side of the trend line, which is trying to do now. So we have a daily W, but it's on the wrong side of the trend line. We have another W trying there. Shitcoins are ridiculous. Also, I have spot algo. I mean, who knows me knows that I'm indeed underwater in shitcoins, and I can't wait to sell half on a double on them and get my free positions. Can you explain the ES trade? Well, you should see it by yourself. I don't know if there's too many things to explain here. And then you have POC. I was looking for value area low at least. And then if you go on 5 minutes, you will see we kind of had a bearish structure here on the DR, IDR, but we don't have a confirmation yet, so not yet confirmed. I had just a nasty rejection in a 5 minutes fair value gap there. Okay, let's look at the requests and see what people requested, asked about. Damn, I have 5 DMs. What's going on? I have 5 DMs on Discord. I'll answer them later on. Let me go on the notifications and check. I'll prioritize the subscribers from Twitter and the ones from Discord with checking the charts. Dogs. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh, after it dumped like 99.9%. Yeah, 99.9. Yeah, 99.9. I said, yeah, I was rough with this one. It dumped only 99.4 before. Okay, so after it dumped, yeah, basically everything, it had a 200% pump. So not bad, not bad. So basically, let's say you buy here, you buy 10,000 bucks, it goes basically to $10, and now it's moving. I'm looking to short it, maybe. There you'll say, well, Stefan is retarded. Why is he shorting all the time? Just a little dump. Yeah, okay, well, You can see we have a big gap in the volume profile. So what is price right now doing? It's in a mission to to fill this gap. So most likely I'd be looking for a, if you have anything spot, I would look for a rejection here. Just a little down. It's not even what? I'm on a regular scale. Uh, yeah, we have a, if we take that pivot high, which created an SFP intermediate one, I would look for a short maybe around here. Let's put an alert. So after it dumped 99.44%, we have a little pump. Let's check the other one. Stay. Was I a greedy bastard and I put chart request and then the comments are allowed only from my subscribers? I was that bastard. I did that. My God. Oh my God. Well, I mean, I'm laughing. I gave up on, not gave up, I still have the shit coins. I was having a nice average on, say, like 0.22, 0.20, but seems like I made a double to the downside, not to the upside. Well, let's cut the fun. Well, for me it's simple. As long as these shitcoins sit below previous all-time low and below 10 by 10 week, so it's a rule of thumb. If you see this shitcoin sitting below 10 by 10 week or below listing price, then I'm not touching them because most likely they will go to sub-zero. All right. Indeed, the risk to reward is good, but if you put $5 on them, but not even the riskiest trader would go and put money on them because basically they can actually shut down and say, well, closing the project, it's actually, I'm betting they don't do any revenue. I mean, you saw they started saying that we have lots of how do you say, how do they call them? Oh my God, we've been hacked. Well, that hack usually it's the team giving money to each other and saying, well guys, it's going to zero. At least we can hack ourselves and make some money. Something like that. Um, if it wants to do something here, honestly, I would look for a bullish market structure shift and a reclaim of this 10 by 10 week and all-time low week. And then if I have this confirmation, and then I can reload back in the deep discount. Without that, it's just gambling and price making lower lows and lower highs. Okay, XRP. I enjoy trading XRP a lot, but lately it has been a pain in the ass because it's not doing anything. So if you look at the chart, it can go up or it can go down. Man, I don't know what to do here. I wouldn't touch it even if you give me free money. What I don't know what to do here. Daily, I don't know, 1 hour maybe we have something. 1 hour maybe. Maybe. We had a nice internal liquidity range play. But all those equal lows, man, the slow consolidation to the upside. And look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is just against any rule that I have in my trading system. Let's go to the next one. You guys are giving me funny names. I mean, I'm looking at the shitcoins and AKT. Oh, this one's not looking bad. We have the weekly W in process, first weekly W, wider weekly W. Not bad. Not bad. Trying to do something on the other side of the trend line, but you can see this area is a bit front run. So if you're really eager to do something or anything with this shitcoin, I would go for a deep discount here, 37. Yeah, these shitcoins are not going anywhere, trust me. And maybe here you can actually have a nice shorting opportunity. Man, but look at the price action on this one. Holy moly. Yeah, I mean, this is for spot trading. I don't see how one can actually have the liquidity to trade anything like this. Okay, so it's not that bad for spot. Thank you for analysis. Yeah, well, you're welcome. Okay. Link algo XLM link. This is the chart which I made my first money on. Well, you can see here, I made some analysis previously. If it just continues, I have a bag of link. I loaded up at 1.59 and I'm looking for a 12 bucks tap. It's not looking bad. Even from an LJ long perspective, you can see you have all the reasons to hop in along here. Daily W, location is not bad, so it's actually looking good. Algo, we have an AMD which I'm looking for. This is one of my bags. Algo, you can see it did the same stuff here. Same fractal, same fractal, same fractal, and boom. So I'm looking for a pump on Algo. It's like you already know my bags. And XLM, honestly, I don't own this one. I don't own this one. I don't like it. This is, I mean, such a retarded price action, just compressing forever and then puts 10 million% candle. Okay. For me, a GLMR. What the heck is that? GLMR. This coin is so famous that exchanges are not having it. And this is not even the all-time high. Is this a 99.9? Maybe I found the first 99.9. Bear with me. Yeah, 99.98. Nice. Lower lows, lower highs. I don't know, guys. Sometimes it's just good to leave these coins die peacefully. That's the conclusion which I came up to. No, I don't have too many requests. That was it? Yeah, seems like that was it. Let's go back on our charts. I said I promised I'll take requests only from the posts from Twitter. Why are you guys making this to me? Oh, but 99.98 is really close. Deft. Mm. I think you can get a better location, honestly, with this one. I do think that you can get something like this area, 29 bucks if you go on a monthly time frame. Yeah, monthly FEG, look at this one. So I do think there is a probability for that one. And careful with this area. It's 1.05. I also bought some GRR. I bought a bag here at the weekly, at the 3 days W. I'm looking for a 28. I'm looking to sell at a 28. It's moving nicely. So far, so good. We are trying to create an M top there, and this one tries to take my stop loss. Bitcoin tries to create an M top. I don't know if we are not. And also takes this one as support. Oh, well, well. I want to say that he lost all the profits he made previously with the short trades. Well, that comes mainly from the fact that you don't necessarily have a plan, but you're following what someone is saying. And that's never a good thing to do. And that's actually not trading, because when that person stops saying, well, each second I took profits there, I moved the stop loss there, I did that, I clicked that, which is not actually normal to do, you will not know what to do. And for example, if you try the short here and the price goes against you, most of the people who are doing that, they are following their emotions, and they're because they don't have a plan. And price will start going higher, they will not eat the stop loss, or they will not get the trade risk free. Let's say if it dumps here, they will be greedy and say, look at it, I have such a nice winning trade. Why I shouldn't trail it all the way to zero? Because Bitcoin will go to zero. Dan Pena said it. I have a short from 81,000 and most likely it will go to zero. I'll make millions. And then you get emotional, and then you're not booking partials, you're not making the trades risk free, because idea is, okay, you took a short here, you took partials here. If the prices bounces, you can add back to your winning position. But mainly the initial position you took, it's risk free. It's not money that you're coming from your pocket with in order to bet. It's money that market gave you. Idea is to get in that position and create a plan that gets you in that specific position all the time, because that's a winning position. That's the best position in which you can be in. And then you have to ask yourself, well, how can I get more often in that position, and how I can increase my risk to reward and profitability, taking advantage of what that stupid trader is saying. This is one of the main reasons why people are just uh, losing money with the trades, because they are not taking partials, they are targeting non-realistic uh, areas, and they end up losing all the profits they did. I'll take one more request and then I think we can call it a session. CRV. Well, as you can see here, I'm expecting it to pump, but it's consolidating forever. I'll not be shocked if I see all these shitcoins which are consolidating for ages doing an AMD. I really do think that's the most probable case that will happen out there. So regarding profits, create a system, put it on paper. Yeah, take a pen and paper and write it down. Yeah, cheese, yes. And if I wouldn't be, what changes? It changes anything? It changes anything on your execution if I wouldn't be short on this one? Why it matters if I am or not? Oh my God, that's not good. Luna Classic, you asked me 3 times already. I said I don't care about it. I don't like it. What should I do on this one? Start longing here? I just don't like it. Shorts, no reasons to short. Yeah, maybe a slight rejection here at Luna, at anchored VWAP, but trend is still upward. I don't have a 1 hour confirmation. I don't have a, yeah, trend is still intact here. You can see even the trend line is holding the intermediate one. So what to do with this? Just to watch at the chart and waste time. I'm going to repeat it even though I mentioned it already. It's an NFP. Don't try to put too much weight on the price action, meaning that you will trust the moves too much. Here, for example, if we look at the price action, most likely we'll have a value area high tap. I'll take the stop loss on this one, and most likely price will go here. And here you can see we have a 78.6 plus lots of equal highs. But that would be a setup that makes sense in a normal environment. When we speak about NFP, I will play a seek and destroy profile, meaning that the price will just go for the extremities, and this is what I'll play. Yeah. Right now, I try the 5 minutes classic setup exactly like I had here, but here I had the luck, to put it like that, for those ships to be attacked, or how to say it. And that was nasty. Or the news, because it seems like it was fake news in the end. I don't know. The point is that want to look for extreme pivot points when we have an NFP week. And it's not the week when you want to grow your risk per trade, it's the week when you actually lower the risk per trade. Okay, that being said, let's call it a session. Paul will be live today in New York trading session in about 4 hours from now. So I think I'll see you there, or I'll be live. Depends. I don't know. Maybe Paul or I. Doesn't matter. But yeah, we'll be live in 4 hours from now. Thank you very much for tuning in, and hear you in 4 hours. Bye bye.